Welcome, dear viewers, to a world where darkness and mysticism meet in the creepiest forms. Here, in this abandoned corner of the internet, we will delve into the darkest corners of the human imagination. Prepare for awe-inspiring horror, as each of our stories is imbued with sinister secrets that lurk in the darkness of the night. Scary stories that remain beyond your imagination are waiting for you on our channel. Don't forget to turn on the lights, get comfortable, and hold on tight, because now we are going into the world of nightmares. Are you ready for it? Then welcome to our scary story.
The ocean held its secrets close, shrouded in a blanket of mist and mystery. Within its depths lay stories untold, swallowed by the vast expanse, waiting to be unearthed by those daring enough to seek them. The enigmatic disappearance of the ship, Shade, was one such tale, a tale of terror and the supernatural that had sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. The Shade, a formidable vessel, had been a symbol of maritime prowess, navigating the seas with grace and might. Yet, on a fateful night, it vanished without a trace, leaving behind a void of questions and a chilling legend. The whispers of a ghost ship haunted sailors and townsfolk alike, its haunting silhouette drifting through the fog, a ghastly reminder of the depths it had plunged into. In a coastal town shrouded in eerie silence, a young and intrepid historian named Adrian found himself captivated by this enigma. His thirst for knowledge and the allure of the unknown drove him to unravel the secrets of the Shade and the fate of its crew. Adrian was no stranger to the world of maritime history, but the story of the ghost ship had ensnared his imagination like no other. As the moon cast an ethereal glow upon the sea, Adrian sat in his dimly lit study, surrounded by nautical maps and worn journals. The flickering candlelight danced across his face as he delved deeper into the enigma of the Shade. He was determined to uncover the truth, to peel back the layers of mystery and reveal the horrors that lay hidden in the abyss. He meticulously combed through ancient records and whispered accounts passed down through generations. The more he read, the more he realized that the story of the Shade was not just a tale of a lost ship. It was a story of terror and doom that had left an indelible mark on the maritime world. The legend spoke of a moonless night, the air thick with an ominous silence as the Shade sailed towards uncharted waters. The crew, seasoned and brave, were on a perilous mission to explore the uncharted isles, believed to hold great treasure. But as the ship ventured further into the unknown, a sinister presence lurked beneath the waves, watching and waiting. Suddenly, without warning, the ocean seemed to come alive, rising in a furious tempest. The sky darkened, thunder roared, and the sea churned into a maelstrom of chaos. The crew fought valiantly against the wrath of the elements, but it was a futile struggle. The ship was pulled into the depths, swallowed by the hungry sea, leaving no survivors and no trace of its existence. Adrian was consumed by the horrifying tale, his mind racing with questions. What had caused the sudden tempest? Was it a natural calamity or something far more sinister? The mystery gnawed at him, urging him to embark on a treacherous expedition to uncover the truth. With resolve burning in his heart and a sense of impending danger hanging in the air, Adrian made up his mind. He would set sail, following the same treacherous path as the Shade, and venture into the abyss to confront the mysteries that had claimed the lives of the doomed crew. The ghost ship would not remain hidden in the shadows forever, and Adrian was determined to bring its story to light. Little did he know that the secrets he sought were guarded by forces beyond mortal comprehension, and the path he had chosen would plunge him into a world of darkness and horror, where the line between the living and the dead blurred, and where the echoes of the past reverberated with a chilling resonance. Adrian was about to embark on a journey that would test his courage, unravel his sanity, and reveal the terrifying truth that awaited in the depths of the abyss. Adrian stood at the helm of the ship, feeling the salty sea breeze on his face as he looked out into the vast expanse of the ocean. The ship, aptly named the Explorer, cut through the waves with determination, carrying Adrian and his crew on their perilous journey towards the mysterious disappearance site of the Shade. the ghost ship that had claimed the lives of its crew under eerie circumstances. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an otherworldly glow upon the waters, while the stars above seemed to shimmer with an unnatural light. As the night wore on, the sea took on an ominous quality, the waves murmuring tales of hidden terrors lurking in its depths. The journey was fraught with tension, the crew feeling an unsettling presence that seemed to grow stronger as they neared the fateful coordinates. Strange phenomena began to manifest around them, eerie shadows darting across the surface of the sea, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. Unexplained bursts of light erupted from the water, casting an eerie glow over the ship. Adrian gathered his crew on the deck, their faces etched with a mix of determination and apprehension. "Stay vigilant," he commanded, his voice steady but edged with concern. "We are sailing into uncharted territory, and we know not what awaits us." As the night wore on, the crew started to experience a deep sense of unease. Some reported hearing disembodied whispers carried by the wind, words that sent shivers down their spines. Others claimed to have seen phantom figures lurking in the corners of their vision, vanishing when they turned to confront them. A particularly experienced sailor, Captain Roberts, approached Adrian, his brow furrowed with worry. "Sir," he began, choosing his words carefully, "there's an unnerving sensation creeping through the ship. It's as if the very air is thick with dread." Adrian nodded, acknowledging the captain's observation. "I feel it too. Whatever darkness lies ahead, we must press on. Our mission is to uncover the truth, no matter the cost." As the night deepened, the crew's discomfort escalated. Some began to fall ill, plagued by mysterious ailments that sapped their strength and clouded their minds. Fevered dreams tormented their restless sleep, visions of a phantom ship emerging from the depths to claim them. Adrian studied the afflicted crew, their pallor ghostly in the moonlight. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that an unseen force was toying with their fate. Determined to push forward, he ordered a course adjustment to steer the ship closer to the last known coordinates of the shade. Just as the ship sailed deeper into the dark, an eerie silence descended upon the crew. The waves seemed to hush their whispers, the wind held its breath, and the ship became still, suspended in an unnatural calm. Suddenly, a bone-chilling wail pierced the air, resonating from the depths of the ocean. The crew gripped the railings, their faces contorted in terror as the unearthly sound reverberated through the ship. Shadows danced across the water's surface, contorting and shifting in an unnatural ballet. Adrian shouted orders to brace for impact, fearing an unseen force was about to assail them. The crew clung to the ship, hearts pounding as the wail intensified, filling the air with a cacophony of despair. Then, as swiftly as it began, the wail subsided, leaving the crew shaken and bewildered. The ship, now on the verge of the unknown, forged ahead, shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. Adrian knew that they had ventured deep into a realm untouched by humanity, where the shadows held secrets, and the very ocean seemed alive with malevolence. The journey had only just begun, and the true horrors lay ahead, waiting to reveal themselves in the heart of the abyss. The ship, the Explorer, sailed steadily towards the enigmatic coordinates marking the disappearance of the ghost ship. Shade. The crew braced themselves, a palpable sense of apprehension and intrigue hanging in the air. The moonlight played tricks on the waves, casting eerie shadows that seemed to dance ominously upon the sea. As the ship reached the designated location, an unsettling stillness settled over the water, amplifying the crew's trepidation. The air grew colder, and a dense fog rolled in, enveloping them in a shroud of mystery. Adrian felt a mix of excitement and dread as he prepared the crew for the impending exploration. "Prepare to disembark," he ordered, his voice echoing through the ship. "Stay close and be vigilant. We must unravel the secrets that lie within this forsaken realm." The crew lowered a small boat into the water, their lanterns piercing the darkness as they ventured into the unknown. The chill of the night gnawed at their bones, and an otherworldly mist seemed to murmur ancient secrets as they made their way towards the last known location of the shade. As they approached the coordinates, an unnerving sight greeted them. An ethereal glow emanated from the depths, illuminating the surrounding water. The light danced and flickered, creating a surreal and haunting spectacle. The crew exchanged wary glances, their unease deepening. In the midst of the eerie glow, ghastly visions began to materialize, ghostly figures of sailors trapped in a spectral dance of despair. Their faces contorted in agony, and their hollow eyes seemed to bore into the souls of the living. The crew recoiled in horror, struggling to comprehend the grotesque spectacle. "Keep moving," Adrian urged, fighting to maintain his composure. "We cannot falter now. There is a story to be unraveled." The boat continued its approach, the visions fading but leaving an indelible mark on their minds. As they reached the heart of the eerie glow, an inexplicable force seemed to pull at the boat, dragging it deeper into the abyss. In the distance, the ghostly silhouette of the Shade materialized, adorned with tattered sails and a foreboding aura. The ship seemed to flicker between the realm of the living and the spectral realm, its image warped and wavering. As the crew boarded the ghost ship, an unsettling stillness pervaded the air. The ship creaked and groaned, as if haunted by the echoes of the past. Adrian led the way, his lantern casting an eerie light upon the decaying deck. The walls of the ship seemed to pulse with the memory of the tragedy that had befallen it. Ghostly whispers echoed through the corridors, recounting the final moments of the doomed crew. Adrian urged the crew to explore, to uncover the truth buried within the bowels of the ship. As they delved deeper, they stumbled upon a journal, its pages yellowed with age but the ink still legible. The words told a harrowing tale of an ill-fated expedition, plagued by a malevolent force that had driven the crew to madness. In chilling detail, the journal chronicled the crew's descent into insanity, the whispers that tormented their minds, and the relentless torment that had forced the ship into the depths, where it remained trapped in a liminal space. Adrian's heart sank as he read the haunting accounts, realizing the depths of the horror that had consumed the Shade. He knew that the truth they sought was darker than they could have ever imagined, and the malevolent force that haunted this ship was still very much present. As the crew continued their exploration, the ship seemed to come alive with the echoes of the past. Ghostly visions replayed the final moments of the crew, their screams echoing through the corridors. The boundary between the past and present blurred, and the crew struggled to distinguish reality from the phantoms that enveloped them. In the midst of the haunting apparitions, a distant voice echoed, a cry for release, a plea for closure. Adrian knew they had to uncover the source of the ship's torment, to put the spirits to rest and free the Shade from its wretched fate. But little did they know that the malevolent force that had claimed the Shade was now turning its attention to them, its insidious presence growing stronger, ready to ensnare their souls in a web of darkness and despair. The true horrors of the ghost ship were yet to be revealed, and the crew stood on the precipice of a nightmare that would test their mettle and sanity. As the crew delved deeper into the heart of the ghost ship, the malevolent presence intensified, its grip tightening around them like a suffocating vice. The very air seemed tainted with malice, and the shadows danced with a sinister glee. Adrian knew they had to tread carefully, for they were no longer mere explorers. They were now trapped in a realm where the boundaries of life and death blurred. The walls of the Shade seemed to close in on them, the ship transforming into a nightmarish labyrinth. Corridors twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the abyss. Each step felt like a descent into madness, and fear gnawed at their souls, threatening to consume them. Amidst the darkness, Adrian discovered a hidden chamber adorned with peculiar symbols and eerie artifacts. The room pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and the walls whispered forgotten secrets. It was a place of dark rituals, a place where the crew's fate had been sealed. A sudden realization struck Adrian. A ritual had been performed, inviting a malevolent entity to possess the ship. This entity sought to reclaim lost souls and perpetuate its haunting cycle. It craved the living, hungered for their life force, and was hell-bent on ensnaring them in its accursed grasp. "We must break this curse," Adrian declared, determination flashing in his eyes. "We must sever the entity's hold on the ship and free the lost souls trapped within." The crew nodded in agreement, their resolve bolstered by Adrian's words. They set out to find a way to undo the curse, to banish the malevolent entity back to the depths from whence it came. But the ship seemed to conspire against them, shifting and distorting to confuse and disorient them. As they pressed forward, they encountered horrific visions, phantom crew members reenacting their final moments, their anguished screams echoing through the passages. The entity attempted to weaken their resolve, to drive them to madness, but they stood strong, their collective will a shield against the encroaching darkness. In their quest, they stumbled upon an ancient tome that held the key to breaking the curse. The ritual to banish the entity was complex and perilous, requiring precise incantations and sacrifices. Time was of the essence as they deciphered the instructions, knowing that the entity could strike at any moment. They gathered the necessary items and prepared for the ritual, their hearts heavy with the knowledge that their lives hung in the balance. The air crackled with anticipation as they recited the incantations, their voices rising above the haunting whispers that sought to drown them. The chamber trembled, and the entity lashed out in a final act of defiance. Shadows lunged at them, clawing and biting, but they remained resolute, pushing through the pain and fear. The ritual reached its climax, and a blinding light erupted, engulfing the ship in a torrent of energy. As the light subsided, the crew found themselves back on their ship, the Explorer, safe and free from the clutches of the ghost ship. The malevolent entity had been vanquished and the curse broken. But victory came at a great cost. The crew had paid the price for their salvation. Adrian's gaze fell upon his fellow adventurers, realizing that not all had made it through unscathed. Their expressions were haunted, etched with the horrors they had endured. They had faced the abyss and emerged scarred but alive. The memory of the ghost ship and its malevolent entity would forever be etched in their minds. The abyss had taken its toll, leaving them forever changed, a constant reminder that some mysteries were never meant to be unraveled. And as they sailed away from that cursed place, the ocean whispered its secrets, carrying with it the echoes of lost souls and the chilling tale of the ship that would forever haunt the depths. The ghost ship was lost to the abyss once more, but the memory of its terror would live on, a cautionary tale for those who dared to tread the dark waters.